Hello, my name's Lorna Taylor. I work for Westminster Heating and Plumbing here in the office. It was my dad who set the company up on his own. He asked me to come along and help him. He needed some extra help with organising the office. My dad would have it down on a bit of paper with just the customer's name. But the engineers, they used to phone in the office, and quite often, especially if it was just me here in the office, I'd be putting them on hold to try and find a job ticket that had fell down the back of the desk. I'd have a customer phoning in at the same time, so I was always having to juggle between giving the engineer the details over the phone and trying to get the phone with the customers calling in. Now it's a lot easier. Straight away I'll be able to search that customer just from a few key points they've said. From that I can see who previously was there on the job, what they'd done. That procedure is a lot smoother than it was previously. So prior to Commusoft, we used to have a service reminder system. It was a folder, customers' records of as and when they'd have their service done. But there was always problems with it because some customers used to bring their service forward, some customers would miss a service. We needed something a bit more organised for our reminders, which is why we originally come to Commusoft. Every time you go in to do the boiler service or the gas safety inspection, you have to clear the previous one on and it automatically triggers the next year's. I will go on there on a weekly basis and rather than the monthly basis, and send them out as and when they're due, still sort of 3 weeks before, but it's done all on a one click and it's so much easier for the customers. In London, although we only cover a 10-mile radius, really, it's not far for them to travel, but the traffic to get from one part to the next part. So that was always quite difficult to tally what job was located near to the next job. So now all of the engineers are all on one page, so I can see exactly who's got what workload compared to the other person's workload. What also Commusoft does for us is, because as I said, we work in a small area, I can drop a job onto one of the engineers and double check on the map to see where it's pin dropped on, to see actually whether it's that engineer's closest to that job or if I can send another engineer. When we first took on Commusoft, it was very apprehensive for us, especially for my dad. He was very dubious about having the system in place, and as were we actually. But Nisha done our training. She was the first one with contact to us. She was fantastic at talking us through step by step how to do that, how to set the different addresses up and how to link the customers, which was brilliant. He is converted because he can see, he doesn't really get too much involved with the office now, but I'll show him the dashboard and say, look, this is what's going on, this is how many jobs we've done. The fact that the job tickets aren't there on the board, then he's not worrying about what jobs need to be done because it's all on the system now, and it is all in place, and so it has enabled him to take that step back that he wanted to do. We've been going for 20 years now, and only in probably the last 3 years we've been Commusoft customers, and I can honestly say going forward with technology, it's so much easier, so much more organised and just a lot more professional.